Hello, it's problem number two. Hello, it's problem number two. Okay, here we have, again, when you have your problems, just work with what you have. Okay, this is called a coefficient. Work coefficient with coefficient. You're just going to go ahead and divide your coefficient. This is a coefficient. These are variables. The x's are your variables, and your 6 and your 7 are exponents. So go ahead and divide that. And that's going to give you 7. Oops, I'm sorry. Not 7. I had 7 on the mind, but it's not 7. That's going to give you 4. 52 divided by 13 will give you 4. Now, we talked about before where you can't have any negative exponents. So when you saw the negative exponent, you've got to flip it. Flip it. Oh, yeah. Flip it. Flip it. Oh, yeah. Because really, this becomes 4 over 6 here and a negative 7x here once you work that. So that's what it looks like. Okay. So once you did your coefficient, the 4 becomes a 4 and it becomes x7, x6 divided by x7. Well, we can't have a negative here. So, and I'm sure your teacher probably did this big old thing with having this whole thing over 1. Well, that's not necessary. That's too many steps. We don't need it. We don't need it. What you're going to do when you see a negative exponent in your denominator, you're automatically going to flip it. You're going to keep your 4x here, your 6 here, because that was a positive, and you just bring it up. And now that make that a positive 7 over your whole 1 because you're doing a reciprocal. In order to do the opposite reciprocal, we just put it over 1. Now, when you have your variables with the same exponents, you just add them. So 6 plus 7 becomes 13, and that's 13x over 4. And if you get confused, remember that x to the 6 means how many 6s? How many x's? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus another 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You add them all up and you will get 13. And that's how you get the answer of 4x to the 13th power. Got it? 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 Let's see. I was telling you about the laws of exponents. Let's see if I can give you a really quick, if I can remember, there's a little trick to this to remember your exponents. And it's called Madman. I'm a madman. I'm a madman. You saying what? I'm mad. What are you mad about? I'm a man and I'm mad. Here we go. Mad. Now we're going to spell it this way. M. Mad. M-A-D. Man. M-A. Mad. Man. And then we're going to add something to it. Madman DS. And you can put DS. I don't have Dallas and Seattle. Okay. Now this is called laws of exponents. So you can remember the rules. If your exponents are telling you to multiply like this, let's say you had a 7 here, multiplied by x, let's say 3. Then you just add them. Okay? You add these two numbers. And your answer will be x to the 10th. If your this is the operation. If your operation, this means multiply, that D stands for divide, that A stands for add. Maybe I added too many letters. Forgot what that D stands for. Anyway, so this, if it's telling you to add, I think I got this wrong. Mad, M-A-D, M-A-N-D-S. Because divide means subtract. Mapman. Oh, Mapman. It's not Mapman. It's called Map. That should be a P. It's called Map. M-A-P. Map. Man. Sorry about that. I had a brain fart. Brain fart. Brain fart. Okay. So if your operation is parentheses with exponents, we're only talking exponents. Let's say x to the 7, parentheses, and let's say I had a 3. You multiply your parentheses. So that would be x to the 21. Let's say your operation is telling you to add. but they have to be the same thing. You do nothing. If that was a 4, you couldn't add that 4. It has to be the same thing. At that point, you would have to bring your terms alike. If it was dividing, let's say it was x to the 24th over x to the 3rd, you would subtract. And at 21 from that will give you what? What is 21 from 3? 21, 20, 19. So it'll be x, and you have most of them on top. Oh, 18. But here's, let's say it looked like this. Let's say you hit the 3 here and your x21 here. You would still subtract your exponents. But at this point, it would be at the bottom because you have more exponents at the bottom than you have at the top. Okay, so this is called Mapman, but the way you write it is M-A-P-M-A-N. Mapman defeated Superman. That's what it was. Mapman defeated Superman. If your operation is telling you to multiply, that's your operation. You add your exponents. If your operation has parentheses, you multiply your exponents. If your operation is telling you to add, you do nothing. You have to bring like terms together. If your operation is telling you to divide, you subtract. And remember, you have to subtract, and the number is going to be on whichever one. If the more numbers is at the numerator, your answer is going to end up at the numerator. If more numbers at the denominator, your answer is going to end up at the denominator. And this is what we call law of exponent. There's some more technical terms for this, but I like to use Mapman. Mapman defeated Superman. Mapman is a superhero. It's just a made-up superhero called Mapman. Mapman. He flies all over. He's a map. He's a map. He's a map man. He flies. He flies. He flies all over. And he defeated Superman because Superman's got power, but Mapman has more power. Superman has power, but Mapman has more power. Okay, hope this helped.